Well, hello everybody. I'm going to get right into it. I was a little bit late starting this broadcast for you, but hey, I want to make sure I get it. Let me make sure we're seeing stuff on the internet. Just hang on here. I'll make sure we're live also. Anyway, yeah, we're doing LMU broadcast today. You can see that we've got the new screens up. That's the reason. Well, there's a couple of reasons why I didn't. Oh boy, I screwed things up here. Hold on here. I didn't practice this week, so I wanted to show you the new screens for LMU. You're seeing the tower for the LMU broadcasts, but hold on here. I'm just trying to get my screen up here, make sure I can show you the driver information, and then I will get right into it. Driver info. There we go. So that's what we're watching right now. Let's find out who is leading. I think we've got Brian Murray leading as usual in the hypercars. We're doing the hypercars first. Yes, we are. What timing have we got here? We got 4 minutes left in the hypercar. No, I think basically we've got everybody practicing here. Okay, let me, again, I'm using the new broadcast control. So I'm going to try to find out what your, there we go. So that is the standings, the mixed standings. Why am I not, I'm going to put the GT4 first, if I can find that. There, that's what I wanted to see. Multiclass. There we go. Now we see. Again, I'm going to be experimenting a little bit here. This is the qualification info. And that is Murray is improving. Let's see what else is going on here. We got Packham. Stewart is quite close. So let's get on with Stewart. Oh, Stewart's in the garage right now. Is he coming out? No, he's not. So who else is pretty close? Newcomb is fairly close. Is he out there? Yes, he is. There is his lap. Green. So he's not improving much. Again, let me see who else has got something going here. And Newcomb's behind. Howells is out there. Quickly jump on Howells. There is Howells. I'm going to do some camera angles here. That's the TV view. He is just starting his lap. Stewart is coming out. We'll catch him on his outlap. What do we have left in terms of, we got 2 minutes left. Paul Ricard, we're at Paul Ricard. All right, that's guys. Everybody's in the pits. Let's see. Danny Britos. I'm showing here in the tower, but because I couldn't sign on as a spectator for some reason. I'm going to have to figure that out with Krister. Again, if you want to see take a peek at what is going on, Stewart is out there right now. Let's go to Stewart. Stewart's on an outlap, I believe it says. There's Brian Murray going by him in the hypercar. So multi-class, this is the second race. I'll get to that in a minute when we have a chance to quickly go over how the first race went. I am, again, still playing with all the, oop, that's not the right camera. That is Stewart. How is he doing in his, oh, he's still on his outlap. Who else is out there? We got a minute left. Let's just jump to Danny Britos for fun. There he is. How is he doing? He improved. I like that. I like the graphic for the, oh, I don't have the sound of the game here. Sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. Again, I'm just I didn't practice, so what I just remembered as I sat down to practice for Silverstone. Holy shit! It's Friday. We've got a race today. Somebody who's not in the pits here. Brian not in the pits. Brian's in the pits too. Lots of guys. Well, Newcomb's still out there.
Morning.
Hi there.
Morning.
So Newcomb, he is going on his last lap there. And Stewart, who we're watching, we're watching Nick. Stewart is in second place. Let's get Stewart going here. Is he in his out lap? This is his first lap. He did not improve on his first part of the first sector. I've got the Discord guys in my ear. I'm going to get rid of that right now. I'm going to disconnect from that. And so Stewart is not improving at all. How about Newcomb? He's still out there? Where is Newcomb? Newcomb's still out there. He is going to get another lap in. No, yes, he is. Yeah, he's going to get another lap in. He's the last guy out there who can improve, and he's given up already. All right, so let's get out of here, and we'll get back to that in a minute. So again, I am experimenting a whole bunch here with, whoops, I just screwed up again. I'm experimenting with the new software called LMU Control. And I keep losing my control screen here. What is that? Okay, so I am going to show you right now the standings. I think I'll try to do that. If I can get my screens properly lined up. Now you're seeing all the screens I have open. I only have one extra screen here for all this other crap. This is all the crap that I've got up here. So you can see why I have got lots of things going on here. Okay, well, there's SimGrid. Okay, Hypercar. Brian won the last race, followed by Bruce, and third was Danny Britos. I did not finish. Let's see what the GT3 standings are. Again, the multi-class race today. It's a 60-minute race. They have to make a pit stop because they can't get through with the gas tank. Oh, Steve Howells is in first place with a win to Nick Corvette. There's a new manufacturer for us. Nick Newcomb was second in a BMW. Nice. And third was Krister, the joke man, in third place. And fourth was Alexander Rosik. Hugo Caballero was in fifth. And Terry Trowbridge got some points in the last place. But we've got a pretty big group again today. I'll get rid of that for you. Get back on the broadcast. Why is my tower gone here on my other one? Well, that's fine. Don't want to do that. So as you can see,
formation lap.
There we go. We're going to start the formation lap, and we'll get on board with Murray, who'll be in first place once he gets up there. All right, and we're going to try a TV screen there. I can hear finally figured out the buttons on this one. I get a cockpit mode. There's a cockpit mode. There's also a trackside mode that just has a fixed camera, so that's an interesting one we'll try once in a while. And anyway, so we've got Brian in the lead, our pole position, I should say, with Britos, Nilsson, and Jose in the... no, Jose's not on there. And we got Howells, Packham, Newcomb, Caballero, and Benchaya. Krister not racing? What's going on here? Where's Krister? Is he there? Oh, he didn't get a time, I don't think. All right, let's get the tower set up. Or can I find my tower button? There we are. Okay, what are you guys watching right now? Oh, you didn't see that. Anyway, that's fine. The tower's fine. I'll get, we'll show gaps. I think that's what you've got up there. Gaps. Oh, is that the start? Is that the start? Oh, I just missed it. Oh, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where's Brian Murray? There's Brian Murray. He's taking the lead as usual in the other class. There is the start for the Howells is in the lead, followed by Stewart. Gonna follow these guys around. Everybody is doing good. Krister is at the back, but challenging, I think. Yes, he is. And I don't have the right tower on you for you guys. I'm gonna fix that right now. I'm trying to find my, get myself all organized. I did it again. You gotta just follow Krister there because he's challenging. He's the only one challenging, I think. Got 3 screens and that's not even enough. Where is my tower? Multi-class mixed. Why is that not showing the other guys? It's interesting. I think when I flip over there, it shows the guys that I'm showing. Anyway, let's get back to this screen. And there's Brian. What is he up to? We've got gaps up there. What are you seeing? Okay, he's the second lead. Howells is in the lead with Packham behind, and Krister has fallen behind. Let me do intervals here. Let me see if I can find something different. Well, let's just see position. Anybody change position? Oh, Krister did pass. He did pass. He did pass the second last place. I have something very interesting here. There's an overtake. I am going to show you that overtake. There's the yellow flag. Here's the whole overtake. Now we're in replay mode right now for a second. This is how, oh, there was a little incident first. That's an overtake. That's not a very nice overtake. All right, so now we're going to get into, at some point, there we go. We're back to live action now. That's Brian. I'm going to have to get a replay button going here. All right, let's get back to gaps. There's our gaps. Anybody close? Boy, everybody's spread out pretty big here now. Let's get on board with Peter Nielsen. That is Peter Nielsen in a black, pitch black. Really do have to get myself oriented here for the good views. I gotta look at what you guys are seeing on another screen, but looks like Nielsen. Let's get on board with Nielsen. Oops, sorry. Did I hit the wrong guy? I did the wrong thing there. Oh, I think I'm gonna go. I'm in a replay mode for a second here. Hit the wrong button. I have to watch that. We'll be back to live action in a second. And I'm looking for a Nielsen. Now we're back to their live action. And to get on board with him. That is what he's looking at. Falling a little bit behind now. And let's get on board with Stewart. That's Stewart. Stewart's in second place in the GT3 class. And look at that. See, the tower puts up their lap times as they go through the start-finish line. Then they go back to gaps. That's pretty cool. I'm not watching the stream, so if you guys, anybody watching on the chat, I won't be able to find it. What is this camera? That's a dashboard camera. Go back to trackside here on Stewart. There's Stewart. He is in a Corvette. No, he's in a Lamborghini. So Newcomb, who is in Howells, I should say. Let's go through everybody. Let's go to Brian. There's Brian. There's Brian. No, that's not Brian. hit the wrong screen again. There's Brian right here. That is Brian in the lead. He has got a 3-second lead over Danny Britos, who's also in an Aston Martin. We got all Aston Martins here. In third place is Peter Nielsen. That's all we've got in terms of people racing in the hypercar. That's a jet black car. I wonder if he's tried to put a just checking my volumes for a second here when I hold on for 1 second. I'm pretty loud, aren't I? Yeah, okay. And I'll turn this down a little bit. There we go. And let's see how we are for the audio for the car. The race audio is not bad. I'll just do it up just a little. Oh, that's not what I want to do for that. All right, so what was I saying? I was saying Peter does look like he has a livery, a custom livery that's not showing up. That could be because whoa, look what happened there. Nielsen's off. Nielsen's off. Or that Britos is off, sorry. Nielsen just passed him. Now I can actually go to a replay on that. Let's see what, oh. There he goes. Oh, just split off on his own. And that is not good. One thing it doesn't tell me is what, okay, we're back to live now, live action. So we've got Bill Nielsen in second place now. All right, let's go to what's happening here. Packham is still down. Let's go through these guys. Steve Howells, who won the first race, he's still in first place in this one. He's got a 1.3 second lead over Stuart Packham. There is Stuart. There is what he can see. So he can see him big time. In third place is Nick Newcomb in the BMW with a nice livery. That's his own livery, I'm sure. Hugo Caballero is next in another BMW. And last but not least, oh no, that's not last just yet. Christopher in the big bad. This is not gaps, is it? It doesn't say. It seems that he is so 13 seconds back. Is he? Really, 13 seconds back? That's what it shows up there. That's gap to the leader, I think. Let me see if I can find a gap. It says gap over there. What does interval show? Ah, that's the one. They got it kind of weird. That's gap to the leader. And what we really want to say is the interval in between the two. And because Krister is right behind Caballero. We're going to follow this one for a little while. But next is Michel Benchaya, there he is. And that is it for, oh no, we've got Ollie in this race. I didn't even see Ollie. Where is Ollie? He doesn't show on the leaderboard, but Ollie is there. Oh, I guess he's under VR for some reason. Anyway, let's get back to Krister because he's chasing down. Get on board with him. Ooh, I don't like that shot. Let's see if I can find a better one. The helmet cam. And that's not really nice. Cockpit cam, cockpit, see it's kind of sideways. On board, looking through the different views here. That one doesn't show anything really. That's kind of a passenger, call it cockpit. This is called on board. This is called a bonnet, that's obviously. And this is a nose cam. You know, that's something I've seen before. The nose cam for Krister's car isn't really nice. Doesn't really show much of the dashboard. All right, what do we got for gaps up there? Wow, Nielsen's not that far from Murray now. There's Murray. He's, oh no, he's 10 seconds back, sorry. And Danny Britos, he's quite far back also. So the hypercar race is not in jeopardy of changing too much. There's Steve. Let's get back to TV here. So Steve is up by, they just went by a the start-finish line. That's why Packham's got a time in there. I've also got something else on the leaderboard that has, who are we on board here? We were aboard with our leader, Steve Howells. 1 second back is Stewart. He's getting close. This is going to be a battle. There's a big gap to Newcomb. Yeah. Benchaya is racing, and he's fairly close to Krister. Did Krister pass him? See if I can find this. Overtake. Nope, no overtake there. Krister passed him a long time ago, so Benchaya is coming up. Again, I do have a replay event mode in this one, so if somebody has a crash or overtake, I can come back and see it. Sorry for the kind of rushed setup here and the experimentation I'm going through, but we got to learn together. So Benchaya is really the guy who's close. Let's get on board with him. This is what he's looking at. Wow, this is what a passenger would be looking at. How is my volumes? Well, my volume on the could be a little higher. I think for the game, don't you think? Using a new microphone here, so hoping that's a little bit better than my other one. Yeah, oh, this volume should be good. Not watching the race much right now, though, so let me go back to the race. That's a better view. This is a McLaren, isn't it? Yeah, that's a McLaren. Who are we on board with? We're on board with Benchaya. He's fallen back quite a bit. Packham. Stewart. He is in contention here with the lead, so our lead is not solid. How are we doing for time? We have 48 minutes left in the race. I'm going to try something called a one-on-one battle here to see what that looks like. That is Howells and Packham showing it. Oh, it doesn't show the gap. That's for P2. And this is Stewart's last lap. I like this one. This is Stewart's last lap versus Howell's last lap. So Stewart's best lap's pretty good. The last laps are pretty much dead even. So this is going to be an interesting race, I guess. There is Stewart's Lambo. Try to find the overhead view. It doesn't actually flip to the overhead view. That's a bad one. They don't have really a helicopter view that's a direct connection. I'm going to go to the wing view for a second or two. So I'm just experimenting with the cameras for you guys. As you can see Stewart in the background there. The game is really loud in my ears. I'm not going to do too much. Hopefully the sound is okay. Just experimenting with my microphone as well as everything else. So we're on board there with Stephen Howells. And Stewart's last lap's not actually showing on that one-on-one battle. Let's get over to Britos. Nielsen looks like he's catching up to Britos a little bit here. Oh, something's happening there. Nielsen is going awfully slow. What is going on there? What is going on here? He's barely moving. He got passed. Let's see if he got passed by... Oh, there he goes all of a sudden. This looks like a... Okay, this is an overtake. I'm going to switch here to a replay mode. Hold on. There is the replay. There's the replay where he's overtaking. And then something happens here. Because these guys are actually in view. Well, where did he go? Did he go to the pits after? Huh, interesting. Oh, no, we're back to live action, I think. On board with Nielsen. What is it showing on the board? Nielsen's now 52 seconds back of the leader. That's probably yeah, Nielsen's following way back here, way back. Is below even some of the GT3 cars. So now we got Britos in second place. This is Danny right here, passing Alexis. Who's in Alexis? That is Ollie getting passed by the hypercar. All right, what do we got going? There's everybody's lap times in the tower. Let's see how Stewart's doing. There's Stewart chasing down our leader, Mr. Owls. And Benchaya, it's got something going on Hugo. Now, Krister's in last place over here. Is there an overtake that took place? Benchaya, Krister overtook Benchaya a long time ago. I'm just not talking because I'm looking at the replay method here on lap 8. Oh, there we go. Peter Nielsen, Danny Britos. No, there's no lap overlap there. But anyway, the action here on screen is Nielsen. Sorry, Benchaya on Caballero, isn't it? Yes. Let me see our pit stops. Has anybody taken a pit stop yet? There's our pits. No pit stops yet. Assuming that is correct. Let's see a position change here. Lots of position changes in GT3. Howell says +1. I thought he was in. I thought he was had pole on everybody. No change in the hypercars. Let's see if energy shows. Yes, it does. That's interesting. So, for the hypercars, it is valid. What has... Murray's got 90% energy. That must be the battery. Yeah, that's battery. I think that is not his total energy. Let's go back to intervals right here. One by again. There's our lap times. 1:38 for Murray. Look at that. 10 seconds over the GT3 cars. All right, let's take a look at who is close. Well, you know, the Caballero and company have a little bit of a train going here. There's Caballero. And who is that ahead of him? That is Nick Newcomb. So something happened to Nick there. Nick has got a better... He's got better pace than that. Because he is 20 seconds behind Stewart. Yeah, that's a little bit surprising, really. Because I thought he was did a good job with the race last time. All right, let's just follow everybody around here a little bit more. I'll stop experimenting and concentrate on the race. Oh, Benchaya is close. Benchaya is close. There he is. He's chasing down Hugo. This is going to be interesting. Shall we get on board with him? Yes, we should. Here we go. He is coming around. Where is he coming around? Oh, just before the long straight. No, this is a start-finish line. Okay, let's get on with him. Oh, there's a helicopter mode. You can't access the cameras directly, unfortunately. It goes through corner number 1. It's a bit of a chicane. Here it comes. Just for fun, we'll go trackside. We'll see them coming through. Nope. Not sure how that trackside works. There they go. It's fixed camera. There's Krister. Krister's not that far behind, is he? Krister's only a second back. Back up at the top. Stewart still trying to chase down Steve. He's a second and a half back. Up at the top. Oh, Benchai is close again. Very close. Get on board with him. Down the long straight. Is he going to make a pass? Has he got more? Who is he? He's in a Corvette. No, he's not. He's in a McLaren. Is he going to make it on the BMW? Let's see, side by side. He's got the inside. Look at that. Nice pass. Michel. And now Christer's chasing down Hugo. Let's see what Christer's saying. Let's get a board on a bonnet because his dashboard one is not very nice. Wow, Benchaya. Okay, let's do a review of that one. I'll show you Benchaya on Hugo. We're going to go replay here mode here. And TV mode. Here is the pass. Well, we kind of saw that exact pass. There it is in a different view, just on that corner. Nice job. And then Christer came right up, almost past them at the same time. Wow. Wow. All right, who else is chasing anybody down? Let's go back to Stewart for a bit. We are 39 minutes left. We're getting close to the halfway point. Let's do a little bit of hypercar for a bit. There is our leader, Mr. Brian Murray. Let's get in the cockpit with him. I'm not sure why we're not seeing his... oh, I know something I can show you that I was experimenting with. I lost the driver info. There's driver info. And there's what I wanted to show you. Look at this. You can see his cockpit action here. I'm going to leave that up for a while so you can see it. Let's see the top speed of these hypercars. Something a little different. I'll just let you watch Brian's action there. His last lap was just under his best lap. The thing to watch with the hypercar is how lightly he has to touch the brakes to go around some of these corners. Here he goes down the straight. We'll see the top speed for these hypercars because this is the longest straight in the race. Maybe Le Mans start longer, but he's gonna get up into the 310s, I bet. 307, 310, 15. Ooh, that's about it. 316, 317. Now he hits the brakes hard, but look how he has to feather it. Coming around, and again here, not a full hard brake. You have to be very careful with your brakes in the hypercar. Now we're going to watch him pass a GT3. Let's just stay with him here while he passes the GT3 car. The GT3 cars have a nice cornering, so you're not going to catch up with them too much in the corners. But watch him go through on the straight here a little bit. Just zoom by him. Boom, there he goes. All right. That's that. Okay, so let's get back on board and do some people watching. That was Brian Murray. He is... oh, no, that's his Brian Murray here. There is Daniel Britos in second place. And where is Nielsen? Is back here in the pack. There is Nielsen. Just going into the pits now. Not a great view. There he is. He is going into the pits. Let's see what the pit stops look like in LMU. Oh, there's no graphic there. It shows shows him getting put on the hoist a little bit. All right, getting back to the action. We've got Stephen Howells in first place. Followed by Stuart Packham, not that far back, couple of seconds now. Christer, let's quickly get up to Christer here. There's Christer. He's still hounding Hugo. Something's going to happen here sooner or later. The yellow flags for Peter Nielsen is going off track quite a bit. Did Nielsen fall down? And right, let's just quickly see what the last yellow flag for Nielsen was. I'm going to go to... well, no, I'm going to stick with this for a bit more. Because lurking in the background is a hypercar for these guys. Lurking in the background is a hypercar for these guys. Well, it's going to see whether or not that is going to affect. Oh, I thought I saw a hypercar. Oh, there it is. Who is that hypercar? That hypercar is Nielsen, I believe. Nielsen's been having some trouble. So Krister Benchai is actually closer to Newcomb. Newcomb must have had some issues. He's only half a second behind. Did I see any issues for... Oh, Newcomb had a pit stop, didn't he? That's what the thing is, I think. Let's quickly see. Did he have a pit stop? Here's the stops. Oh, Nielsen's been in the pits twice. No, Newcomb did not have a pit stop, so I don't know what that is. Why he's back here so far. Thought he was quite further ahead. And Krister still getting close too. There's a couple of... Oh, look at that. He took a nice corner there. Hit the curb a little bit. Let's see if he can get on to passing Hugo. He's been at it for quite a bit. Let's see the one-on-one battle here. That's the two guys. Let's see, 1 versus 1. Look at this. They are neck on neck. Krister's last lap was quite close. Now look at their best laps. They're very close, within 1/10 of a second of each other. Exactly 1/10 of a second of each other. We are on board with Krister now. Krister's really taking it to him. Really taking it to him. We're going to stick with this. Let's get on board him. There he goes. Oh, what is this? Who are we? We're a Mercedes against the BMW. He's right behind them. Hugo tried to stop him from having a tow. Up front, there's another battle going on. There's Krister taking a look on the dive. And tried very hard to get through there on that corner. Wow, wow. Let's see how Hugo does under pressure. Sometimes Hugo cracks under pressure. Oh, Benchaya got a drive-through. I love the fact we get the penalties on the towers. That is beautiful. Look at this. Krister is trying really hard to get by him. So Benchaya is going to drop behind these three guys. And we've got a hypercar lurking in the background. I believe that's Murray. Yes, it is. How is he going to get by these three? Oh, very easily. I think, yes, he's going to get right by him. So no problem there. No problem there. That did not affect these two guys at all, which is great. So Benchaya is going to drop out of this parade when he serves his drive-through. So he's got a drive-through and a pit stop to do. So this is going to be the only action we see. Well, that's not true. We've got Stewart. Let's get Stewart some love here in the Lambo. Get on board him. There is the Lamborghini. That steering wheel's a little skinny looking. Lamborghini Huracan Evo 2. That's what this car is. He has been a 1.5 seconds behind Howells the whole race. Nick was chatting on the stream just before the race, and he said, "Oh, I think Steve's going to win this one." I don't think he had much time to didn't have much time to practice, or he was not very confident in his race in his car. There is Howells in the cockpit with the Corvette. That Corvette. Let's just take a quick look at that Corvette. Very sharp looking car, a Corvette, you know. It looks like a supercar. Not sure how well it does in real life in the GT3. Look at that diffuser at the back, just tracking really low to the ground. Let's see how it compares to the Lambo. There's the Lambo. Let's see what kind of diffuser it's got. Very much the same. The Lambo just sounds so much better in the real life. All right, how is Krister doing here? If we missed a pass, did we miss a pass? No, we didn't. We've got a hypercar between the two of them now. That is, I believe, Danny. Nope. That is Peter Nielsen just passing these two guys. So that had a little bit of an effect. Ooh, passed on a corner there. Usually the GT3 has a better cornering ability. There's Krister. Let's get on with Krister. And in the cockpit, which is the best for him, the bonnet is the best for him. Well, maybe I'll get on board through the passenger side. They can look at his dashboard. Yeah, for some reason, Krister, the Mercedes, every time I go on, I'll try it again for the helmet cam. That's what you get. It's okay to see the car ahead, but not a very nice view. I like this one better because you can see some dashboard. He is having the race, a lot of fun, this race for him. Not as much fun for Hugo, I bet. We are 28 minutes to go in this 60-minute race. How many pit stops have we had? Not anybody. Ollie's been in for, I'm not sure if that is a pit stop. Nielsen's been in twice. I'm not sure if one of them counts as a pit stop. I'm actually not sure. Ooh, look at this. Krister's still back there. Not sure if this game counts the pit stops properly. We'll have to see. I can see energy here. Now, energy for the GT3 cars. I could put energy on the board for you. You could take a look. So that energy is probably correct. Oh, look at this. I'm not watching the race too much here. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He is coming. Let's get on with him. Let's see what he can do. You know what? We can try watching it from behind on the wing. There's where we're at his. Let's watch Krister from here. That is right on his tail. Looks like we're on the straightaway now. Here comes the corner, the high-speed corner. Let's see if Krister can make any uproads on the anything on the corner. Yes, he does. A little bit later braking. Oh, he's got a good angle there now. Oh, we took a peek. He's taking another peek there on that BMW. Right on his tail. Now you can see how close he is. He's got some different lines than Hugo. He is trying so hard, so hard. It's going to be interesting to see if he gets by him. You know, they got to do a pit stop soon. 26 minutes left in this 60-minute race. I'm wondering if somebody's going to try an undercut. Or that was the pit stop entrance there that we just missed. So it's not going to happen now. Whoop, wrong guy. There's Krister. Let's see what he can do coming through these corners. What am I missing? Oh, I don't have the intervals up there. What have they got for? They got lots of gas left, so these guys are probably going to go to near the end before they just do a slap and a splash and dash. Oh, Krister. I am shocked Hugo has not made any mistakes. I'm not shocked that he hasn't made any mistakes. I'm shocked that there hasn't been any mistakes by either of these two guys. It's been a race right through to the end here. I'm going to quickly take a peek, if you guys don't mind, to see if anybody is on the chat. We've got 3 people watching. There's a few people on the chat. Oh, I see somebody's. Oh, yeah, the English football matches right now. So that was somebody from Britain. I always forget who FFS is. Look at Krister. He desperately wants to pass. This is the only race in town here. So we're just going to stay with this. This is like a match made in heaven for a broadcast. Look at Krister trying real hard. Trying real hard. Is he going to be able to catch up? Let's get on the bonnet here. He just can't get an exit there. Well, it's pretty tough to get a good exit on him coming out of that corner. Whoops. I'll go to the helmet cam here for a bit. I'm going to put up his on-board action. There we go. Let's watch that for a while. Just so you can see where he has to... look at his windscreen. He's got bugs all over it. Oh, look at that. That's interesting that disappears. Let's try it again. Oh, onboard just hits the... Oh, that's interesting. Onboard, that button gives me that right away. Okay. That tells me something. I can go to that one pretty easily. And I'm just getting used to this new broadcast control. So we are in LMU mixed multi-class. That is great. Multi-class is a lot of fun. I have a feeling I can actually show you where everybody is that way. So you can see Nielsen's in 10th place. No, I don't like that at all. I show the both classes right there. I can control how many people show in the towers. I was not able, Krister, when you listen to this, so I'll send you a note later. I wasn't able to sign on as a spectator. I think I need a different password for a spectator. Krister's fallen behind just slightly. So I am trying to see if we can go to some other people. There is our leader, hypercar number 1, Mr. Brian Murray. He has got a 1.5 minute and 45-second lead on Danny Britos. Oh, 125, sorry. That's almost a full lap. He might lap his nearest competitor. Wow, that's interesting. I think I can put a map up here. I'm going to look for that. Just hang on. Pretty sure I can put a map. Just watch this. I'm going to get on board with Krister just to make sure we don't lose anything here. Krister's still pretty close. I know I could put a map on here. Show grid. I don't want to see that. I believe there is a button for it somewhere. And it actually shows up in a pretty good spot. I could show you session info. That's pretty. Weather. Oh, there it is. Track map. There's the track map. And it shows you the focus of who we've got, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's nice. So who is that coming up behind? I like having a track map there. It even shows you the forecast for the weather. There it is right there. Watching with one eye, Krister getting back in. He's definitely got pace on Hugo. So if he gets by him, he's got this. And we are talking about 4th place here in this race. Not that I'm sure everybody's watching so much on the watching the standings that much. What has been happening? There's been contact with Hugo. I'm going to jump to that. I'm going to go to a replay here for 1 second. Another second is not the right way to say it. I'm going to go to replay mode. It shows contact with Krister right here somewhere. Let's see where that was. So there was some small amount of contact somewhere. I think we're back to live action now. That is probably Murray. If I'm not mistaken. Nope. Who is that? Is that Danny? Yes, Danny's going to pass these two guys now. Let's see how he gets that done. Let's get in the cockpit with him. Look at that Aston Martin cockpit in a hypercar. There he goes on the straight. A great place for him to pass. Now, you guys who haven't tried hypercars, you really got to try them. He is passing Stewart next, I believe. No, Nick, I should say. There's Nick. Getting past. Oh, not a great place to pass. The GT3 cars can hold their own with the hypercars on these corners. Again, let's show the what it looks like for him with braking. Very tentative on the brakes. Let's just see how he gets by and watch how he has to. Can't hit the brakes too hard here. And he'll pass him on the straight. Pit lane straight. Well, maybe not. Yeah, he will. There we go. There we go. He passes him on the pit lane straight. Getting back to Krister and Hugo. There they are. There they are. This is definitely a Krister Hugo challenge. Watching him. Oh, you know, I'm going to go back to watching it from the back from Hugo's rear view mirror. Oh, there's another hypercar coming up, I think. Oh, he's quite far back. No, it's not quite far back, is it? I have a feeling the track map doesn't show anybody there, does it? Or does it? Who is that? No, it doesn't show that hypercar on the track back. Isn't that interesting? There goes the hypercar. Not sure who that was. Krister's not passing here. Fell back just a little bit. Again, these guys are going to have to go back to energy for a second. How are they doing? 25% left, and we've got 18 minutes to go in the race. Krister fell back just slightly there, didn't he? So everybody started with 100%. Britos looks like he's down to 11%. He's going to have to pit stop soon. And has anybody done any pit stops? Not yet. Ollie did a pit stop. I think it might have been some other reason. He might have started from the pits. Back to the interval. So Krister's fallen behind just slightly, maybe taking a bit of a relaxation mode here. Or he is going to go into the pits and try an undercut. No, probably no undercuts here. It's an interesting thing about the LMU is the tanks. You can do quite a long stint on the tanks. A tank of gas. I know in another league they do 2 times fuel. So to make sure, they do short races to make sure there's a pit stop. If we did 2 times fuel in a 60-minute race, might make it more interesting in that people would have to go in a little bit earlier than the last 15 minutes of the race. Be a little bit closer to the middle of the race. So you might think about that, guys, when you're setting up these races in eSeniors. Before I forget, another thing we should change is our logo. Since we've been doing a lot more LMU stuff, we should just change it to eSeniors Racing or something. It's not just GT3 anymore, although most of it is GT3 here, I suppose. But LMU seems to be the simulation to stay with. So Newcomb's not that far ahead. How is Stewart doing in terms of Steven? Get on a helmet with him. He's still there, isn't he? He is still, he's gained a tiny little bit. He's been 1.5 seconds down the whole race. The whole race. What is that? Oops, that's not the one I want. That's the view I want to look at that dashboard. Pretty fancy dashboard for a race car with a big logo there and some stitching. How's the inside of the Corvette look like? A little less stuff. Shows kind of a velour. I wonder if that really is velour on these cars. What other car can we look at? Oh, how about the inside of a BMW? Pretty boring. Pretty boring. Except for that Fanatec wheel. Because as we know, Fanatec sponsors their wheels. And what else have we got? The Mercedes. There's the Mercedes interior. Looks like a Mercedes, that dashboard. Who else is out there? Aston Martin. Yes, there's an Aston Martin. As Michel Benchaya is Benchaya. He's not picking up the rear, but and has Ollie, your name shows in the screen, but on the top here, it's just, oh, what happened to Ollie? Oh, he's just coming out of the pits, I think. Or did he have an issue? Quickly see if there was an issue. Yellow flag, Ollie, yes, something happened. Here we go. What's happened to Ollie? It's not showing anything here. That just looks like he had an issue. That's probably an issue. That's a technical issue, I'm sure. He's in a Lexus. Oh, what's the Lexus look like? Oh, there's a cockpit for a Lexus. But that is interesting, huh? He's definitely having some issues. That's technical for sure. That's the Aston Martin car. Hypercar. Nobody else is on track, so I won't do anything there. All right, where do we go back to? Nope. Let's go back to Krister. How far back is Krister now? Krister is 0.8 of a second. What is he up to here, Krister? You're falling behind a little bit. Falling behind Hugo. And Hugo, yeah. Last lap wasn't that bad for Krister and him. Both the same. Here, go to one-on-one battle. There we are. Krister's last lap was 150.4, whereas Hugo's is 150.3. So Krister had lost some time somewhere. Let me see if there's any issues for a. No, that is not. Just trying to see here if there was an incident with Krister. I don't think so. We saw that contact, that sort of contact. All right, so everything's spread out slightly, although Caballero has caught up to Nick quite a bit. Let's get on the helmet cam there. See, he's caught up to him. He's now only 1/10 of a second. I wonder if people are doing some fuel saving here, because guaranteed they are going to have to probably do something. Where's the energy again? Oh, look at that. Look at that. They're down to 15%. I think we're going to see some pit stops soon. Not sure what that means in terms of lap or fuel how many laps they can do on 15%. Caballero's got 24% of his capacity. He's not taking a pit stop, I'm sure. And again, no pit stops. Nope. There's the energy again. Murray's down to 12%. He might be taking a pit stop soon. Back to the intervals. Krister's really took a second back there now. On that lap, Hugo got a second on him. He's got a lot more fuel left. You would think they're going to have to take a pit stop. This is very interesting. And if that is true, they should have done it before now, really. There's our three guys in the tail end of the hypercar coming up there. I think that is Nielsen coming up to everybody. He's going to pass Krister, but I'm not sure if he's going to get Hugo on this before the corner. Let's just watch this pass through the hypercars. It's not as simple as you might think, because the GT3 cars have a lot better cornering speeds than the hypercar. There we go. You would think that they would have better grip on the corners. They do have way better grip, as you just saw, on the high-speed ones, but not on the low-speed corners. There, let's see what happens. Exactly what happens there. He locked up a little bit, got a little askew, and now he's going to have to wait and start all over again for these guys. Let's get on with him. Him meaning Peter Nielsen. Now he's got to chase everybody down again. But look at the top here. We've got some good racing in the GT3 class lower down for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Yeah. Let's get on with Newcomb. There's Newcomb. Actually, we'll get on with Krister. Then you can see that is 5th, 4th, and 5th, 4th, and 3rd. So Caballero, that is, let's see Caballero, that is what he's looking for on a podium right there. So we are not done yet. There's 10 minutes left in the race. I'm not sure who's going to make it. Brian Murray, this is Brian, he's down to 7% of his energy. Everybody else here, Krister, he's probably doing some fuel saving. Hoping that the guys ahead of him, no, he can't see what they've got because Benchaya, how far was back is Benchaya? 13 seconds. If he doesn't make it, Benchaya's going to overtake him. Down to 10% of the fuel. And I think we have more than 10% of the race to go. This could be a interesting finish. Just trying to look for controls here. And who is that behind? Trying to see if my car ahead, car behind buttons work, which they don't. There goes the hypercar. Let's go back to TV. And Caballero. And I believe that might be Murray. Nope. That could be Danny Britos. That is Danny Britos passing everybody. And behind him, that might be Murray. Nope, that is probably... Where is he? Where's the other hypercar? Why can't I see it? Nielsen. There's Nielsen. So Nielsen, he is a lap down. He is a lap down. There is Brian Murray, who's got a substantial lead over Britos. He's gaining 4 seconds a lap. I just noticed that in terms of the one-on-one battles there. It tells you what's going on. So let's just quickly peek at all these guys. There's Krister on Caballero. The gap's 2 seconds. And, ooh, Krister's going into the pits. Krister's going into the pits. Where is everyone else? Anybody else in the pits? Pit lane. That is Krister. So he definitely trying an undercut or something. There he is. That's actually a pretty nice pit stop. No, we have to go back a little bit. We're going to see that. And is everybody else going to have to come out? Because Stewart's running on fumes. 5 minutes left. Stewart and Howells are both down to, I think you got a peek. I'll show you. Look at this percentage of fuel. So something's going to happen. Let's go on board with Howells. Where are they? That is Howells in the pits. Stewart's still out there. He's going to try the undercut. Overcut, I should say, staying out for one lap. There's Krister coming out of the pits and another hypercar stopping. Now, Stewart's not going to make it, I don't think. And how about Newcomb? So now you see Krister is up to 20% in his fuel tank. So we've got... Let's stay on board with Stewart, going around his lap and see if he pits and see what happens where he comes out. Because now Howell is, let's go to gaps. Let's see the gaps. No, that's not gaps. I don't want gaps. I want interval. 27 seconds back. Not sure how long a pit stop takes, but we're going to follow along with the Lambo here. He's definitely going to have to go into the pits because he is down to 1.6%. Is he actually going to make it to the pits is the question. Where is he here? He's coming around the last few corners. He's just going to make it. What a challenge he had. He doesn't look like he's fuel saving, that's for sure. I'm trying to think of where he is on the track. There he goes into the pits. We're going to follow him along. Actually, we'll follow with Steve and see where Steve is coming out. Oh, I can actually see it on the screen, can't I? Where is the start-finish line? There it is. That is the green dot with the border on it. That is our possible leader. Well, let's see what happens. Where's Stewart? Stewart's coming out of the pits now. There is Steven. He's coming down. And where's Stewart? Stewart, let's see how he makes it happen. Where is Newcomb? There's Newcomb. What a job. What great broadcasting, eh? Cut that one. So Stewart did not make it. He's back to 1.5 seconds. That is a great job by both of them in that regard. All right, so what's going to happen in ahead here? Who's got the least amount of fuel? Nick Newcomb, he's on fumes. He's got 2 minutes left. He's going in the pits. Hugo's coming around. Is he going to go in the pits? He did not go in the pits, and he has 8% left. He might make it to the end, folks. What? That BMW has better gas mileage, obviously. There comes Nick outside, out of the pit. We've got Hugo in third place. And Nick's gone by him, or Hugo's gone by him. Where's Krister? Krister's going to be coming. He's got a long way to go yet. So there, we've got a little bit of action. That is Hugo Caballero. The question's going to be, is he going to be able to finish? I think so. I go back to the energy again. Hugo's got 7% left. He is going to make it happen, I think, without a pit stop. There we go for the pit stop. See, nothing there. Benchaya didn't pit. He's in fourth, I should say. So are they going to make it to the end? That is the question. Benchaya is really close. Where is Benchaya? There is Benchaya. He's got to make it around 2 more laps for sure. At least 2. I don't think he's going to make it, folks. Again, let's go back to energy. And you can watch what is going on there as well as I can. Murray, did Murray pit? Yes, Murray pitted, but didn't put very much in there. He's still only got 4%. He's playing with fire there, maybe a little bit. And who are we on board? Benchaya is just, did he go into the pits? Nope. Nope. He's got 2%. He's going to do 2 laps on that 2%, I think. Where is the leader? He's chasing down. There is Howells. He is not going to get another lap in, I don't think. I don't see anything for last lap. It is last. Oh, no, last lap. That's something else. On board here with Howells. He is leading this pack by. Let's see here. Okay, passed by a hypercar. Okay, where are we? Come on. There we are, leading by 1.3 seconds. So this is all going to come down to, well, for one, this lap, he's been able to stay clear of Pat Stewart the whole trip. So that's going to be okay. But he's going to be just going to have enough fuel. The question always is going to be two things. Is Brian going to make it around? And the question is, Benchaya, he's on 0.4. He's still out there on track. He's not going to make it because I believe there's another lap to go. Not sure which way this works. If this is the checkered flag or not. We'll see in a second. Don't see last lap anywhere. I don't hear it. It is the last lap. All right, so that is the race. So where is Hugo? Hugo's just going to make it. Oh, what a job, Hugo. You had 0 gas left. No, 2 point something. Oh, it's Benchaya we're worried about. Where is Benchaya? He's just going to make it. He's in 4th place. He's got no gas left. Hugo finished with 2% energy. Well, that is the race, folks. Sorry for all the inexperience I have with the new software. So, the winner is Mr. Brian Murray, followed by Britos, followed by Peter Nilsson. And in GT3 class, Howells was able to lead all the way. Stewart was only 0.8 of a second back. And Hugo's next. So Hugo very nicely did a job there and got into 3rd place without a pit stop. Let's go back and show you that again. There's the pit stops. 0 for Caballero, 0 for Benchaya. Excuse me. Oh, that was a race. I'll get better at this broadcasting sometime. So we'll see you on track. Maybe next week I'll remember and I'll be on track and I'll do some practicing and be with you with this multi-class race. And let's just see actually what we have for the next race. Hold on, I'll bring that up. I can find it. Where is it? Hang on. Why can't I find that? Just right. Give me 2 seconds. I had it here for a second, I thought. For some reason, I can't find it. Yeah, okay, I can't find it. Anyway, we'll get that to you guys next week. Anyway, bye for now, and we'll see you next week. I'll do a little bit better job at getting the race started if I do a live broadcast. But if not, I'll do a replay broadcast for sure. Although these are 60-minute races, they're pretty long period of time. Anyway, see you for now. Bye.